Dublin, Ireland, with the legend, the Hammer, Mark the Hammer Coleman. This is, let's start over. So I want to get you in the mix.
Scoot over.
All right, so
Everything ain't got to be smooth.
Start over. Here we go. One more take.
Don't all have to be just smooth. I'm a bumpy interview,
man. It's a bumpy interview. Okay, so to reset.
Put the camera down like that again.
To reset, we're in Dublin, Ireland with Mark the Hammer Coleman on MMARealLife.com, sponsored by Cage Fighter, and also brought to you by MMA Weekly. Mark, talk about the training in Columbus, your training camp, and getting down the weight. How's the weight cut been for you?
I'm very surprised at my weight right now. It's Thursday, the day before weigh-ins. I assumed I'd be sitting up here all sucked out, dying and starving, but I'm fully hydrated. Had a hell of a breakfast this morning, and I anticipate making weight no problems tomorrow. I'm very pleased about that because I thought it was going to be a big problem, and I thought it was going to zap a lot of my strength and energy, but just very strict diet and some hard training came together, and I feel great.
You've had a long camp, obviously. You had a long time to prepare for this. 2 years removed from the Fedor fight, getting back at the business, getting from Pride to the UFC, able to get healthy, and just from knowing you in the past, when you have time, that's usually a good thing. Talk about the transition from Pride to the UFC and how that's played to your advantage in this situation.
Well, I feel pretty good. I mean, I used the resources I had available to me in Columbus. I wouldn't have minded getting out of Columbus and taking a camp somewhere else to seclude myself, but it's not a perfect world, so you got to take advantage of what you have. And I used the guys at Columbus that I had, and I'm comfortable. I think they did a good job with me, and I feel confident that I'm the bigger, stronger man in there, and I'm gonna take advantage of that weapon. I'm gonna impose my will on this guy, and I'm gonna force him to force him to quit. One way or another, I'm gonna find a way to make this guy quit. Hopefully by a knockout. Test his chin.
Talk about, obviously in the last 6 to 12 months you've had some off time, and I know that you went to Afghanistan to see the troops. Talk about that trip and the impact it had on you, and just out of the ring, what it meant to you to go to overseas to see the troops.
That was one of the highlights. I put that up there, one of the highlights of my life, to really get over there and see what is going on with this war, and just an incredible experience, and hopefully I get a chance to go back again. Of course, my roommate Ray, very important to me, died over there fighting in the war, three-time sent over there 3 times, and so it was important to me to get over there and see what he was going through over there. And I bonded with all the soldiers over there. They were so excited to see me, but and so thankful to see me. But in reality, it was the other way around. I was thankful and excited to be there, and certainly let those people know that we appreciate what they're doing, and because they're shocked. They're not sure. They're over there not sure if we care. And they come back from they're out on a duty shooting Iraqis, or shooting Afghani, the Taliban. Come back to the base, and they see Mark Coleman and Dan Severn standing there, and they're just really excited. And, but at the same time, I was more excited than they were, and you just really appreciate what they're doing, and I became well aware of the fact that we need to be in Afghanistan. The American people need to realize we have to be there. We can't pull out now. It's going to be a long journey over there, and it's needed. The treatment that these people the treatment that they receive is just not right, not fair, and as Americans, we have to do something about it. So I know a lot of people want to see the war end, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. We're going to need to get this thing settled over there.
So both obviously are close to Ray. You're dressed in a desert camo. Get up here from obviously
in honor of Ray Mendoza, yes.
And we're talking the T-shirt that you're going to wear into the cage tomorrow. Talk a little bit about it. It says that I think Hammer salutes the war hammer. which is Ray's call-out name as a Warhammer 6.
Yeah, that's
talk a little bit about it and what that means to you.
Well, that's special to me that Ray would call himself the Warhammer 6. I found that really neat and unique. And yeah, the shirt is in honor of him. He truly was. A lot of people just say how great people were when they're gone, but he truly was one of the great ones. Nobody ever had a bad word to say about this guy.
Well, he lived with you and Kevin Randleman for two, 3 or 4 years.
Certainly.
So he had to be.
Had to have somebody in the middle of us.
Absolutely.
Actually, to be honest with you, I was in the middle of him and Kevin one time. It was one hell of a 3 a.m. war between Kevin Randleman and Ray Mendoza. Had to clear the couches out, and it was a thing of beauty. It lasted about a good hour. They went at it for a good hour. Fortunately, no punches were thrown, but it was about as brutal of a wrestle match as you can see. And the equalizer was, Big Ray didn't have no shoes on. If he would have had shoes on, Kevin would have been in a lot of trouble because the guy's tough as hell, tough as nails. And one guy had shoes on, one guy didn't. Kind of equalized things out because he was so much bigger than Kevin. But it was one hell of a war. I sat there and watched the whole damn thing, and I wasn't about to split it up. I don't split fights up until it's needed, and nobody was severely hurt. So actually, we got a nice workout in it for him.
Yeah, we got to work on it. Exactly. You
Hell
got to
of a
look at the
workout
positives. You got to look at the positives.
I found a positive out of it. They shook hands, and everything was fine the next day.
I think you'll be glad to know I've gotten, through the company and whatnot, we've gotten several emails from folks that have sent emails in. Just one the other day, actually, about the T-shirt and how they're sending it over to folks in Afghanistan and whatnot. So again, I think what you're doing, the experience that you went through over in Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm sorry.
It was a life changer. Something I'll never forget. I bonded with a lot of soldiers over there, and I really got to see what's going on. And
there's no question.
I hope to get back there. I mean, it was something. They were so thankful of me, but actually it's the other way around. I can't say how much I appreciate what those guys are doing.
Well, again, Mark the Hammer Coleman, we're in Dublin with MMARealLife.com and Cage Fighter, sponsored by Cage Fighter. We're going to work with MMA Weekly on this, but in closing, we'll just basically say, ask the question, Mark, once this fight's over, and we don't want to look ahead necessarily, you've got a tough opponent, but assuming things go your way, talk about who's next. Who do you see on the horizon? Again, you're not a matchmaker, but if you had to pick an opponent over the next...
I don't like looking ahead, but if you're going to force me to, Mikey, if I do win this fight, I don't like picking my opponents. I let the matchmaker do that, but there's certainly a couple guys out there that fit the bill. Certainly, I respect the man 100%. Randy the Natural Couture, but I think it's a fight that I get asked that question all the time. When you're going to fight Couture?
2 UFC Hall of Famers, obviously. Both wrestling legends.
I don't want to fight him for no other reason than he's a big name, top dog. I respect him. Nothing personal. Just I think it'd be a great matchup.
What the business is about. Good big names fighting each other.
And I think that's what the people would like to see. So that would be for me. That'd be a dream matchup. Or I can name a few other guys.
Yeah. We'll stop there. But again, you got a big opponent, big match coming up on Saturday. We appreciate you spending the time, and obviously we'll be rooting. And we know a lot of folks back in Columbus and the Buckeye State. I know we just handed Rich Franklin a nice little Buckeye. He appreciated that, being a Buckeye as well. And
one big nut now, huh?
Well, that's what he's. We won't go there, but it's all good, and appreciate your time, and good luck on Saturday.
All right, thanks for everything for you, Mike.
I love you, bro.
MMARealLife.com.